Good morning, YouTube. So it's Sunday. Is it February 23rd? Yeah, February 23rd. I'm here with DJ, my son. We're gonna put those jumper harnesses in the CRX that I had to modify the other day. We're gonna take a quick video doing that. Just kind of being lazy today, not doing much. We're gonna put in some work on the Prelude, but never kind of got around to it. Probably more of a tomorrow thing. It is gorgeous out here in New Hampshire, though. In February, I'm literally in my flip-flops today, outside in the yard. We're not even getting dressed, we're just kind of hanging out. And we're gonna put these obd2 injectors in the CRX to see if this thing will run just a little bit better. So what we've got here are these injector adapters here. That's injector 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna go ahead and test fit the fourth wire. Now this side I didn't have to modify at all. This actually was the side that was correct, and I'm just confirming that by plugging them in. And they all kind of plug in kind of hard. There we go. You hear that click, you know you're in there. There we go. So they're all in, and they all plugged in hard. Hopefully that means it'll hold on tighter, but probably not. These things are always made in China, and that's why I had to modify this side in the first place to be able to accept these injectors here. So when I instead of saying cut it, so what I'm doing here is there's 3 10mm nuts that hold down the fuel rail, and I'm just kind of trying to get those out of the way here. Now the injectors that are in this motor I knew were wrong right from the get-go. I just needed something to run the car. So these are D16Y7 injectors, which are like 180cc injectors. And the factory injectors for a B series are like a 230, I want to say, or something like that. So these are the right injectors. I just didn't have the right wiring. And now that I have the jumpers, I can kind of put them back in. These injectors were already in this motor, already ran this motor correctly. I just needed something immediately to be able to run the car. So we just swap them one at a time. You're gonna lose some fuel. These O-rings did have some oil on them, but have since sort of dried out a little. And you just gotta kind of get them in there with the O-ring. Without the O-ring, see, this one's gonna be one I'm gonna have to change. So we'll set that to the side for a moment. And then we just pop the injectors back in. Now there's 4 little rubber grommets that are almost like bigger washers, rubber washers, that they sit right into. And that's the seal there. Then we just simply put the bolts and nuts. That one's actually a stud, and the whole stud came out, and it wasn't supposed to be the way it came out. It just sort of is sometimes. And a 2-finger procedure there. Now you always want to make sure you tighten these things down. You know, if there's a middle bolt, tighten the middle down. You know, not even all the way at first. Just get everything kind of moving in the right direction, because you want the whole fuel rail to fit snugly, evenly. If you tighten down one corner and then go to the other, it'll be all crooked and cockeyed, and you likely will cause a fuel leak, maybe rip a fuel O-ring. I mean, something like that can set you out a day to be able to go to the store and get something else. I know it's like a 2-cent thing, but a 2-cent thing can ruin your whole afternoon, believe it or not, especially on a Sunday. So yeah, that's all snug down now, and we're just gonna plug those jumper harnesses right back in. I moved the PCV valve out of the way to be able to work on this thing, so pop that back together. There's a vacuum line off there, fuel pressure regulator, and these guys should just kind of lay where they're at, where they're supposed to, and voila, plugs right in. Let's get this one in here, number 2. Yep. So far, so good. These two injectors, hopefully I don't have backwards. No, it feels like they go all right where they're supposed to. This actually gave my harness the length it sort of needed because it was a little tight coming up here anyways. All right. Looks like I got that all back together. Let's see if it turns on. It takes a second to get the fuel back in the rail. And probably one more time.